Ariana Madix looked absolutely stunning on the Love Island USA reunion. As soon as I saw these photos, I checked the makeup artist page, Afton Williams, and she had posted exactly the products that she used on Ariana. And to my surprise, they were all Maybelline. And I just knew I had to recreate the look. As I just mentioned, I used the exact same products that Afton used on Ariana, beginning with the Maybelline Grippy Serum and Poreless Jelly Primers. I've used both of these in the past, and I do think they are excellent, especially for someone that has combination or oily skin. Then she used the Superstay Lumi Matte in the shade 129. Shade 129 is a little bit dark for me personally, but I just ended up blending it down onto my neck and chest. I have raved about this foundation many times on my channel. It truly does perform like a high-end foundation. The coverage is beautiful, the longevity is great, and it has such a beautiful finish. Unfortunately, the concealer used wasn't listed, so I just grabbed one I had in my stash. It's the Superstay Concealer. This does give some very, very nice full coverage if you have dark circles, but it's not the most hydrating. For contour, the Lifter Sticks in shade 70 was used. I've actually been using this for my contour for quite a while. Well, it's part of my rotation at least. I rotate between this one and some of my other favorites from Anastasia Beverly Hills and Too Faced. Then I decided I wanted just a little bit more brightening underneath my eyes. So I reached for the Maybelline Magic Eraser Concealer. This one is definitely more hydrating, in my opinion, than the Superstay. Now I'm just using a Stands Out sponge to pick up any excess foundation or concealer. For the eyes, Afton used the Tattoo Studio eyeshadow sticks. It looked to me as if Ariana had a halo eye going on, where there's a darker color on the inner corner of the lid and on the outer corner with a pop of a lighter shade in the center. Now, as you can see, I'm just blending out the eyeshadow stick. I had never used one of these Tattoo Studio eyeshadow sticks before, and I found them to be very user-friendly. They were very creamy, very easy to blend. And then I did notice under the breakdown for the eyes that a blush was used. This is the Maybelline Powder Blush in the shade Berry. So what I think Afton did there was use the blush to sort of darken and set the eyeshadow stick and to give it a deeper burgundy tone. Now I'm assuming she used the shade I Am Inspired for that pop of light shimmer on the center of the mobile lid. And here I'm just touching up the outer corners with a little bit more of that berry blush. At this point, I was feeling like there wasn't enough of a vibrant pop on the lid, so I grabbed this Master Chrome highlighter, also from Maybelline, and placed that on top of the eyeshadow stick. And that gave me more of the result I was looking for. Now I'm applying the Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil in Bold Brown, very close to the base of my upper lash lines, and then I'm blending it out with a tiny angled brush. I couldn't really tell if there was much of a winged liner on her eyes. Ariana has hooded eyes, not quite as hooded or as aged as mine, but they are hooded. I decided to do just a tiny little wing. Then I curled my lashes, tight lined with the same brown eye pencil. Then I touched up the outer corners with a little concealer. and added the Colossal Bubble Mascara in black. It was very clear that Ariana's lower waterline was also tight lined. So once again, I used the brown eye pencil and then smudged it out with a pencil brush. Then I took more of that berry blush and I also smoked out that liner to give it that burgundy tone. And voila, both eyes are now done. It's time to move on to brows. I first attempted to fill in with the same blonde shade that was used on Ariana, but it ended up being a little bit too warm toned for my current hair color. So I did go back over it with some brow pencil from Benefit. But I did go back to a Maybelline product to set my brows. And then when I saw Afton's breakdown, I asked her what lashes she used on Ariana, and she kindly responded that she used Lily lashes in stripped down. I did trim them to fit my eye, and they're just, let's say, a lot more dramatic than the lashes I typically use. All right, it's time to bronze up the skin, and for that, I'm using one of my personal favorite bronzers. This is another product that I have used in my videos. This is the City Bronzer in the shade 300. This is a fantastic budget-friendly bronzer. This next product is one I have not used before. It is the Superstay Powder Foundation, and I'm applying that with a small brush just through my T-zone because I don't want to add too much more coverage to my skin. And then I'm brightening my under eyes with another favorite of mine, which is the Fit Me Pressed Powder. For blush, Afton used a combination of two shades, Nude and Rose. I applied the Nude first, and then the Rose shade second. And then this was a new product for me. I'd never tried it before, and it is so, so pretty. It is the Sun Kisser blush in Blazing Blush. Look at that beautiful soft pink glow. I was really impressed by this product. When it comes to the lip combo, there was only one product that I did not already own, which was the Lifter Plump in Pink Sting. Afton actually sent me a DM on Instagram after I posted a preview of this look on my story that the plumping gloss in Pink Sting is a must-have. So I eventually went out and purchased it, but unfortunately I didn't have it for this video. So I just started with the lifter liner in the shade On It. And you guys, this formula of lip liner is so good. I use lip liners of all price points, and these are some of my favorites. And then after that was the Superstay Liquid Lipstick in the shade Seductress. And then because my lips didn't look quite as pink as the inspiration photo, I think it's because I didn't use that Pink Sting first, I tried to add in a little bit more pinkiness, less nude of a look with the lifter gloss in the shade Moon. And then after that, I topped with the gloss that was used on Ariana, which is the lifter gloss in the shade Ice. Now the look is complete and I absolutely love it. I did change the false lashes to ones that aren't so overpowering so you can actually see my eyeshadow. So I did the best I could with the hair. I do not own a vibrant blue sequin gown, so I'm just sticking with the only thing I have in a similar color blue, which is the robe I wear in almost all of my tutorials. I've had it for like 10 years. I've got to say, I am loving the way this makeup look came out. I'm going to place a caption right here on the screen, letting you know how everything held up throughout the day. There is absolutely nothing in the mix of products that I use today that I wouldn't use again. I would 100% recreate this look again. Was it fast? No. But would it be worth the effort for a special event? Absolutely. It has been a really long time since I've done a halo eye. And I guess I'd forgotten just how good a halo eye works for hooded eyes. This lip combo, even without the addition of the brighter pink or rosier pink, I think is fabulous. This light pink Sun Kisser blush is a gorgeous highlight, and it blended in so easily. Everything I used blended so well. You could have slapped a Laura Mercier brand logo or a Bobbi Brown brand logo on any of this, and I honestly wouldn't question it. They are that good. The only product you saw I had an issue with was the Build-A-Brow. The fact that it is so golden on me is probably why I went and purchased another shade. I believe this is soft brown. But as I think I mentioned earlier, I really wanted to try and stick with the exact shades that were used on Ariana. So as always, all of the products will be listed and linked with the shade names down below in the description box of the video. I will also tag all of the products through YouTube Shopping. However, YouTube Shopping doesn't always allow us to link to the exact shade. So please check the description box or rewind the video if you cannot remember the shade name. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I want to give one more shout out to the incredible makeup artist, Afton Williams, who shared all of the exact products she used on Ariana. I think all makeup lovers appreciate when a makeup artist shares the products that they use so that we can recreate a look we love at home. And I especially love that she used all drugstore products. If you decide to also recreate this look, please tag me. I'd love to see it. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. My username is the same on all social media platforms. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.